Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, if this knife looks kind of familiar, well, it probably should, because here a while back, I reviewed another Lothar knife. This one is the Lothar Petrel, and I reviewed a while back the Seagull. And obviously, there are some definite similarities going on, but there are a few differences too, and we'll take a look at them real quick. And I was actually kind of impressed with the Seagull and really wanted to check out the Petrel, and Lothar was very, very generous enough to send one out. So here it is. Again, as you can see, you've got the carbon fiber. You have the nice pop of red around that pivot collar. Y'all know I am digging that, of course. Lanyard hole right there. Pretty open construction, well, very open construction, actually. Got the silver standoffs there. Would kind of like to have seen black standoffs. Just kind of black it out, with the little pop of red. But anyway, no big deal. No big deal. Right hand tip up carry on. Sorry, my lefty friends. It is not a left hand carry knife. Everything, again, take a close look. Everything is chamfered off very well. The fit and finish overall seems pretty darn good to me. Centering is right on the money. Looks good. Again, a flipper tab. The birdie. There's the birdie. Now you guys won't be able to see anything else but the birdie. Now, this is kind of where the differences start for the two. I mean, well, kind of. Now, again, like I said, you got the flipper tab. Can I reverse flip it? Oh, no, I don't think I... There you go. I can. It's there again. I'm not the seasoned veteran. Yeah. Anyway. D2 blade. D2 coated blade as with the Seagull. There you go. D2 steel. Not a lot of markings on the blade. So very cool. And you've kind of got that mean eye looking blade with the hole again. Choil is done pretty darn well. Could come out just a little bit past the plunge, but it's not too bad. The grinds are pretty good on it. Nothing too major there. Action. Now it's on brass bearings. Action's pretty decent. Dropper. D10's a little light on this one. Not horrible. Not horrible at all. But it's definitely light. And I'll kind of show you in comparison with the Seagull. I loved the D10 on the Seagull. This one is good. Not as good as the Seagull. So, there we go. So, overall, what are we looking at? Zoom back out just a little bit for you. So, overall, we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not quite 7.5, 7 3/8. Possibly you've got about a 4 1/4 inch blade or handle, which should give you about a 3 1/8 inch blade, which it does. Your cutting edge is right at 3 inches. Your grip length, you're looking 3 1/4 ish. Yeah, about 3 1/4 on that grip length. And there you go. So you guys know that 3 1/4, 3.5, it's in a little far. I kind of like the when you've got a point to point like this, I like more of a 3.5, but it does not feel bad in my hand at all. 3.5 like fits my finger width perfectly. I talk about that all the time. This one's 3 1/4. It's I can feel it a little bit on my pinky. Nothing major. No issues over there. So, let's just kind of throw our comparisons out right about now. We'll do a size comparison. So size, they're pretty much right on the money. Looks like there's a little bit of a give and take between the handle and the blade. If I get them lined up here, pretty much on the line, they're so close. It looks like the Seagull may be edging it out by just a little bit. Now, obviously, you can see the obvious differences. The blade shape is slightly different. You've got a slightly less, both kind of, Wharncliffe blades, but the Seagull has got a little bit sharper drop on it than the Petrel does, and obviously the difference in the handle. The Petrel's kind of got that more of a like a Rat 1 feeling handle or looking handle, you know, where the Seagull is kind of more of that Kershaw style handle, or, you know, that's just kind of what it reminds me of, you know. So little bit differences, but a lot of similarities as well. Of course, we'll get our regular size comparisons out there. We'll get the PM2. Obviously, the PM2 is going to be a much larger knife by a good little bit. Bug out should be pretty close. Yeah, bug out's going to be really close. Maybe, looks like the bug out's got it by just a hair on the blade, 1/8 to 1/4, and handle, might go to the Petrel by just a little bit. So, get a weight on it real quick. Pretty light. Yeah, 2.2 ounces. Light little knife for sure. Now, we're going to have the debut of a very cool gift sent in by an awesome viewer, Brandon, Brewer95, as you may recognize him here on YouTube. Yeah, he made this for me, guys. He made this and sent it in, which is super, super cool. I can't thank you enough, Brandon. Very, very cool. So, I'm going to show you your pocket carry. Now, it is a little tight on that bend, but there you go. That's pretty much what you're going to look like. It's not a deep carry clip. You're having pretty much about, you know, your 1/2 inch sticking out there. And then, of course, like I said, going in the pocket, that kind of indentation in the clip gives it a little bit of resistance. I mean, it did on the Seagull too. There you go. You got the pop coming out of the pocket. Brandon, you're awesome, man. Thank you so much. So, very cool. Now, overall, I'm trying to figure out which one I like better. And there's certain aspects of each knife that I do like better than the other. And I've kind of already mentioned one. The detent on the Seagull, that's got a snap to it. It's, dang, I love that detent on the Seagull. Not bad on the Petrel, but obviously you can see there, not as stout. Not as stout. If I tried real hard, it still pops and opens. Yeah, it's going to open. It's just not quite as snappy as the Seagull is. As far as the handle goes, I do like the way the Petrel, you know, sort of hugs my hand with that point-to-point grip. I do like that. I can feel the clip a little bit on this one. I could on the on the Seagull as well. Not a lot, just a little bit. And like I said, you do have that point there. Obviously, you can see where it's touching the handle. Gives it a little bit of a, if you're on top of it, putting it down in your pocket, it is much easier. When you're going at it from a little bit of an angle like I was on the table, it's a little bit harder. And it does pop. You do get a little bit of a pop. Nothing major. Great retention. Good, nice, stout little clip. Great retention. It's not going anywhere. So, overall, again, I mean, you're talking about a $30 knife. Same as the Seagull. I'm not mad at either one of them. Access to the liner, pretty good. It's not too bad. We have decent access there. It sticks out enough, and it doesn't affect the grip either by sticking out. Like I said, centering was good. A lockup is pretty darn solid. Absolutely. Let's see how I can't even. I'd say we've pretty much got full engagement of the liner. Maybe missing it by a hair. Not too bad. And it's probably at 50% of the blade. They're both pretty thin. A nice thin blade. Pretty darn slicey with that thin blade. I mean, your stock. I mean, look at that stock. There's not a lot. Nice slicey thin blade. Yeah. Both of these knives. For $30, D2, carbon fiber. Coated D2, actually. Carbon fiber, not bad. Not bad overall. Again, I'll leave links down in the description. You guys can go check it out if you want. Yes, Lothar is an Amazon seller, so There'll be Amazon links, but I'll get the seagull out of there. It's had its day in the sun. That's the Petrel, guys. Let me know. What do you think? Overall, just aesthetically, shape, blade shape, handle shape. What do you guys think? Is there one that you like a little bit better? Maybe a combination of the two. If the Petrel had the same detent that the Seagull does, I'd be all over the Petrel without a doubt. Overall, I like them both. No real complaints on either one. You know, a little bit of a light detent on the Petrel. No real issues otherwise. So, as always, thank you very much to Lothar for sending out the Petrel this time, and obviously this Seagull prior to. Thank you guys for stopping by, checking it out with me today as well. As always, guys, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.